this is Josh with GSA Focus, and today I'm going to be going over just some of the major things in the news with the GSA over this past month. And when I say this past month, I'm talking about more or less around December and the first couple weeks here of January 2022. So I am Josh Laddick with GSA Focus, and I like to do these just to keep people informed. Clients, past, present, and future. This is for everybody. So all that introduction's out of the way. Let's jump right in. So I am here on the GSA Interact website. If you don't have an Interact login and you're not a member, then definitely join. This is where all of the GSA news is released. Really helpful stuff. I don't really do anything with Oasis or Stars or anything like that, but you can also keep up to date on all of the GSA different GWACs and BPAs and mechanisms, all that stuff. Really good place to be. It's how I stay in the know, really. And today I'm going to be talking first about the biggest change, and that's refresh number 9. So there was a mass mod that came up. It's in the process of getting, accepted. I don't think the actual acceptance date has come and gone yet. Does it have it here? It came out in December. Don't see the actual acceptance date, but let's see. It's coming up. We're here on January 13th, and I think it's either the 15th or maybe sometime next week. So let's go over what this refresh actually covered. So item 1, not really too important, but item 2 is implement decommissioning of the Vendor Education Center. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Very nice. So this is actually a really big one, and it snuck under the radar. I didn't even notice it at first, but this is basically talking about doing away with the pathway to success as a requirement. You're still supposed to read through the slide deck and get a good understanding of it, and part of eOffer now has a checkbox that says that stakeholders for the GSA contract that's being pursued have basically briefed themselves on that pathway to success slide deck, but it's no longer a required document for this process. So pretty big news there. Pathway to success has been a requirement for the 15 or 16 years I've been doing this. So bye-bye pathway to success. I am not going to miss you. Implementing changes in the format of the solicitation table of contents, not a big deal there. This is another big one. The price proposal template came out with a new refresh. So there's a version 9 of the PPT. That's, if you're a customer of ours at GSA Focus, you probably don't see your PPT too often. Some of our clients, we send them back and forth and ask for, reviews or revisions. But this is a big thing on my end, not so much on your end. Some clauses from the FAR always pretty much get rolled into the mass mod as well. So the only other change here, you can see item number B, is that there's a slight description tweak for the cloud SIN. So it changed from cloud and cloud-related IT professional services to cloud computing and cloud-related IT professional services. I don't see that as a very big one, but it's probably just there to kind of be a way to help buyers find that service. They tweak some of the keywords, it seems, on the category. So that's everything I've got there for the refresh number 9. But I haven't done this in a while. I took a nice Christmas break and kind of let things slide for a little bit. And there's a couple other things that came up in the news that are worth mentioning. So this is actually just to kind of take you through the pathway to success. This is something late December when the pathway to success became a non-requirement, effective December 17th. The requirement to upload the pathway to success training certificate and the readiness assessment with your offer no longer applies. You must now acknowledge that you have completed the self-paced training and readiness assessment as outlined below. So there's a page dedicated to that, among some other stuff. So that's just a mention there on the GSA website, and you can download this PDF for the pathway. You can download this readiness PDF as well. So moving on, here's that PowerPoint for the pathway. You can see it's a pretty long one, 91 pages. Yeah, you're supposed to read through all this, and It's a lot of good information. So if you have the time, definitely go through. Keep it available because there are a lot of instructions in here that'll help you out along the way in your GSA journey. Oh, right. We are shifting gears now to a new topic, and that is that there is a unique entity identifier update. So your DUNS number is going to be replaced by this new thing that the GSA is going to have called the unique entity identifier. April 1st, I believe, or let's see, by April of 2022. So April 1st, you're going to have this in place. This link, I'll have this link on my blog, and it's going to take you through what to do. Every company has to do it. So if you want to know the history and all that stuff, that's great. But really, all you really need to know is what to do, and that can be found here. What actions do I need to take? So go to SAM, use that article, guide to getting a unique entity ID. This is going to have a ripple effect on your GSA contract because DUNS numbers are used in order to access the eOffer and the eMod systems. So all that's going to change. Your DUNS number is not going to be the primary anymore. It's going to be this UID, or UEI rather, the UEI, Unique Entity Identifier. So I'll keep on everybody about this. I'm going to have to change everything in my database as well. So this is going to be a collaboration with all of my clients. All right, next up, GSA actually launched a new and improved vendor support center. So I haven't really played around with it too much, but let's see, here it is. Yeah, basically, it's got the Web 2.0 feel, updated from the Web 1.0. Looks like a lot of the same information is around. It looks a lot like GSA Advantage to me. Yeah, probably used the same web designer. So that's not big news, not small news, medium news. But the VSE is a really good place to go for if you ever need help with GSA. You could always reach out to me. You could always go to my knowledge base. But a lot of information is here as well. All right. Here is another update here. Fiscal year 2022, we continue to work through unprecedented circumstances, going on, office hours. So this isn't really anything. This is just a general newsletter. This is the one I wanted to get to here. Okay, so GSA awards contract to develop the new Common Catalog Platform. The new Common Catalog Platform. This is going to be the next big thing. If you are familiar with what SIP is, this is basically what it's going to happen. So the Common Catalog Platform, the CCP, is going to replace the antiquated desktop-based Schedule Input Program, SIP, with a modern API accessible web-based application for managing catalog data. So right now, your contract's awarded, or maybe even you go through a modification and you change your products. Those changes have to then go through the next step, which is going through the SIP software. There's EDI, but that's through another channel. There is another option, but SIP is the one that pretty much the GSA put out this software years back, and it's very old, very antiquated, like they say themselves. And it's the method that any new changes to product offerings, whether it be price, adding, deleting, whatnot, are going to they have to go through this SIP program, and then that SIP program actually shoots the package over to the GSA for the final review, and then if they check the box, sign off on it, then it is going to go live on GSA Advantage, and that's just kind of a critical part of the process that needs to happen. You can get the approval of adding new items and whatnot, but if they're not going to show up on GSA Advantage, that's not going to be very helpful for you. So this is exciting. On one hand, it's exciting. I've been hearing rumblings about replacing SIP for the better part of a decade now, and I'm not exaggerating. Probably 8 or 9 years now is when I first started hearing that the GSA is replacing SIP. It's very old. Let's take a look at it. Why not? All right, I've got a desktop here that is dedicated to SIP. And I'm not going to go diving into too much, but yeah, this is kind of an idea of the interface, what you're looking at. It looks like something from probably the 90s, when software first became a thing. It's got it's just a really bad interface, and the functionality is just about as bad as what it looks like there. So that's SIP, and that's really it for this kind of news blast. I just wanted to keep everybody up to date. As a company, this has been a fantastic year. 2021 was great. We took on a lot of really fantastic new clients. Our current clients, we put a lot of things in place, and I brought in a lot of new people to just serve our new clients better. We've established and we're building out a customer success team so we can communicate and flow projects between our operations team and clients and everything very smoothly, keep everybody informed on what's going on where with what projects. And we're going to be kind of beefing that up, have a lot of good ideas and initiatives that are really going to be serving the end goal of improving communication with clients, improving the speed that we're able to upload acquisitions and mods and preparing those documents. And then also just transparency. I want my clients to be able to see what I'm seeing, whether it be a note from GSA, a little note that we reached out to the GSA. We're going to just be doing a lot more communication blasts back and forth, and things are going to really speed up in that way. But it's going to be good because everybody's going to know what's going on, good, bad, or indifferent. So appreciate everybody. This is Josh with GSA Focus. News blast January 13th, 2022. If you ever need to get in touch with me, josh@gsafocus.com. And you could go to my website, gsascheduleservices.com, or gsafocus.com will take you there as well. There's a lot of good information there. Check out the knowledge base, hundreds of answers to questions that are commonly asked about GSA contracts. Check out our blog as well. We do our best to push out 2-3 articles a week. Just try to keep everything fresh, keep education happening, getting the news out about the GSA program to small businesses. Thanks for watching.